everyone, welcome back to our channel startuplanes.com. I'm Namrata and I'm taking interviews of the CEOs and founders of several innovative startups in India. In today's interview, I'll be talking with Mr. Arun, the co-founder and director of marketing of Haber. He, along with Mr. Rajkumar, co-founder and director of operations, had a vision to add the extra to the ordinary, and thus Haber was born. If you are one of those consumers who are looking to elevate their home, living, and personal space with authentic products, then Haber has got your back. Want to know more about this business? Let's get into the video.
Hello, sir. Good morning. Thank you for joining today. I'm Namrata and I'll be taking your interview. So, if you could please kindly introduce yourself to the audience.
Sure. Thank you for setting the ground. Let me start with core team background. So, myself, Arun Babu Selvaraju. I'm a marketing professional and e-commerce professional with about 12 years of experience in consumer product industry. And in that, I have worked in home linen industry for about 5 years, which is relevant to our current startup. Another co-founder, Mr. Rajkumar, holds about 6 years of experience in sourcing and operations. He had been working with international buying houses and home linen manufacturers in the past. Coming to the company, we founded the company Infine Merchandise Private Limited, which owns the brand Haber. Under this brand, we are offering products in home and living space. And the main motto of the brand is to develop products that are considered basics and ordinary, with quality that is amazing and that should elevate your living space and at the same time sustainable as well. So we have positioned our brand with a tagline, positioning statement, adding extra to the ordinary. That means extraordinary. So this is in brief.
Sounds interesting. So, how did you come up with the idea of this startup?
Yes, in my experience, I have observed many products and categories that are essential and part of our life. But the expectation from the product is not met, either because of the quality or build or sometimes both. This is mainly because the category that I am speaking about is commoditized too much, and the players in those category mainly work towards pricing over performance. That means to contain the cost and give low cost product and have volume sales. This was the main objective of most of the players in the market. So that's how the categories. Mr. Rajkumar, with whom I was working in a project before, so he also had the same thought, and we used to brainstorm regarding these categories and products in the market. So we identified such products in home and living space, and that's how the brand Haber came into existence. So to give a solution to this.
So, you're talking about brainstorming and marketing. So, could you identify any market gap that your product had to fill?
Yes, certainly. So, as I briefed you before regarding the market gap in the sense where the product quality expectation is different, but what is there in the offering is different. So, to be specific, if we take a product category, which is bathrobe, where we have a lot of products right now. So traditionally, we used to have that flat woven towels in our home since ages, and it was a perfect product for our country's climatic condition, and it is very convenient to use. So that is the reason why we were using that product traditionally and for a long time. But when a consumer want to upgrade, have a better product in the same category, he don't have one. He need to go for a thicker terry towel. Sometimes people call it as a Turkish towel by mistake. So that one, what happens? It is an upgrade. Of course, it is an upgrade in terms of price, but not in terms of utility or usage, because that is a thicker towel with a humid climate conditions and cold climate conditions. It will not work that great when compared to this. That means who is looking for the actual purpose of that product. So again, the players in this flat woven towels, so they mainly work on pricing to keep the price minimal. and the quality is becoming variable here. So whenever there is an increase in raw material price and other things, of course they walk to reduce it. In our case, Haber always keeps the quality constant, and we do consumer research to understand our consumers' needs and develop products accordingly. It is more than a price. We keep the quality constant. So that's how we have identified the gap and also giving a solution for that.
So, were there any challenges that you had faced during the early years of the startup?
Yeah, of course. Like in the initial stage, if you look at, we identified the gap, but we do not know what is the market potential for that. Hence, we don't have much data. So, planning the product, selecting the product, and giving more choices in the same, that is colors, in terms of design, was a big challenge, because everything has an MOQ and a lot of capital involved in that. So there we need to select the product very cautiously, and also building the channel. Being a consumer brand, we had a lot of sales channels as an option. But again, with limited resource, we need to choose the right channel which is profitable and easily scalable in the initial stage. So that was a difficult call in the beginning.
So, if you had to explain your business model, how would you do that?
Yeah, as I told you, like the sales channel, we have identified e-commerce as a major sales channel where we can be profitable and scale it at a faster pace. So at present, we have our primary channel, e-commerce channel, and through the website www.haberliving.com is the primary channel, and also we have our presence in other marketplaces as well. Soon we'll be expanding in a retail channel, so we are expecting to do it by end of this year or 2022 beginning.
So, you're talking about scaling the business. We all know that while scaling and expanding a business, funding is an important part. So, did your friends and family come up and fund your business, or could you manage to find any investors?
So till now, we are a bootstrap startup, mainly working with founder savings, and we utilized it efficiently and have grown well with limited resource till now. And now we are working on fundraising to catapult the growth of the brand, and hope we will find like-minded investors very soon to expand this in a faster pace.
Good. So right now we are all in a pandemic situation. Businesses have profited, some have faced difficult situations. So what, according to you, are the factors that will impact your business in the coming years?
As you rightly mentioned, the new normal after COVID is really a pro and as well as a con as well. So there is a big surge in e-commerce business. If you see, the growth percentage is like 40 to 50%. I'm telling average for certain categories it is more than 100, and certain it is less. So we have built good demand for Haber products through marketing and sales initiatives, but unexpected lockdown is a threat in terms of supply. The demand is there, but again to supply it, we need to we are struggling a little bit due to lockdown. At the same time, we cannot afford to pile up the stocks, which in turn, like being a startup, it will impact our capital as well. So that way, it is not a wise idea as well. So this situation is demanding more agility from already super agile company, I would say. So that is the challenge, and that is the impact as well.
Are you looking to hire any fresh candidates to help you in the business?
Yes, of course. We are certainly looking to expand our team phase by phase, not immediately, but phase by phase. At present, we are looking for talents and teams in area like marketing, design, merchandising, and operations. In next phase, once we have the funding in place, we are looking for expansion in terms of sales channel, retail, and there we need larger sales team So that time we'll be looking for large scale expansion of the team.
Okay. So what are the qualities that you look for while hiring the candidates?
Yeah, being a startup, we definitely look for agility. Some people teammates who are agile and at the same time embrace change, in addition to their core competencies.
Yeah, so like I was saying that you're talking about agility and anything that is will be beneficial to your company. So as a leader, what according to you are the good traits?
Leaders should have a vision and create a path to success rather than looking for an existing one. So when all our teammates think and act in the same way, of course our organization will be a leader in the industry. That's my thought.
Okay. So another interesting question I'd like to put to you is that what according to you are the good parts and bad parts of being the CEO?
Best part is freedom, and worst part is handling that freedom responsibly, because our decisions impact people, their families in life.
Right. So since we were talking about the pandemic and how it has impacted business, like it has boosted the e-commerce sector. So during this pandemic time, like the first wave as well as the second wave, did you make any tough decisions like budget cuts and structural, like organizational restructuring and market withdrawals?
Yeah, so as you rightly mentioned, like we had situations like market withdrawals to do it or not. Recently, we invested in building an overseas channel through a complete research, but we did not achieve the results as we expected because of COVID and other situations. Choices for us is to liquidate the goods in respective geography, or to bring back the goods and with extra spend and sell it in the existing channel that we have already built in India. Or another one is keep the channel and build it with long-term perspective. But again, that needs additional investment that is again adding to risk. So we have taken the third choice, which is like a road that is less traveled. But again, now we have started getting fruits from that. And I think soon it will be a good channel for us, and we will get more profitable from that.
Right. So are you currently looking for any vendors to simplify any part of the business?
Yeah, as I told you, like we are expanding overseas as well. We are looking for people who work on logistics, global logistic dropship model, as well as global warehousing partners. So that will be immediate demand. Of course, we have other people's other requirements as well.
Okay. Lastly, I would like to know that what are your short-term and long-term goals planned for the startup?
Yes. With respect to short term, we are working on product depth. When I say product depth, to give our customers deserving choice in existing category that we are currently present in. We have a lot of scopes to develop products for different geographies and different weather and climate situations within India. So we want to do that in short term. And in long term, it is product width. When I say product width, having a lot of categories in home and living space. Eventually, like we want to make haverliving.com a one-stop shop for authentic quality and sustainable products. So this is our short-term and long-term plans.
Okay. Before concluding this interview, I'd like to know what are your thoughts about Startup Plains?
Startup Plains, it is a good platform for startups like us. So again, we were able to share the thoughts to the world outside and people who are interested in investing, and it's a good. You are actually giving us a good opportunity for us to tell about ourselves to the market, and external world. Thank you for that opportunity.
Okay. So, well, that will bring an end to this session, but it was lovely talking to you and getting to know about your startup. It's a unique idea, and I just hope and pray it keeps growing. Well, thank you for joining today, and
thank you very much for the opportunity. Startup Lane, you're doing a great job. Thank you for your service.
thank you.